Northwest Ohio will serve as the official relaunch of the LPGA season with 2 international events. Not only will Highland Meadows in Sylvania host the long-standing Marathon Classic, now scheduled for August 6th through the 9th, the league also announced this past week that an additional event, the LPGA Drive-On Championship, will be held at the historic Inverness Club the week before the Marathon Classic. BCSN's Claire Dow has the latest from organizers on new safety measures, what went into organizing the new event, and what fans can expect from the tournaments.
When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, Marathon Classic organizers weren't sure if we'd even have a tournament this year. After a couple of date changes and submitting a very detailed plan to Governor Mike DeWine, the 2020 Marathon Classic, presented by Dana, is a go. This year's tournament will look a little different. To comply with safety regulations, organizers are limiting touch points throughout the course. That means no grandstands, no standard bearers, and additional sanitation measures. Players and caddies will be tested when they arrive in Northwest Ohio, and each day, participants, along with each and every spectator, will get their temperature thermally scanned. On top of those extra measures, each golfer coming from outside the U.S. will be required to quarantine for 14 days prior to playing.
The governor a lot of credit. I mean, he's the first governor in the country to allow a professional sport to have spectators, when you think about that. So, you know, the Memorial Tournament will play the week of July 13th, and then we'll, about 3 weeks later, we'll play in front of spectators, and literally those 2 sporting events will be the first 2 sporting events on live television, national television, in front of spectators.
To make traveling to Toledo more attractive, the league added the LPGA Drive-On Championship, scheduled for July 31st through August 2nd at Inverness Club. The 54-hole tournament will be played without fans and give participants the opportunity to preview the site of next year's Solheim Cup.
I didn't think it was going to happen, really honestly, a few days ago. But I think we just kept talking through details and again kept focusing on what we wanted to accomplish. And I think everybody kind of came to the table and really supported the same mission.
The one thing that allows us to host these championships is the management team that we have here now is just tremendous. From the golf operation to the house operation to Zimmer's and the grounds operation. Those 3 work so well together, and that's why this place is running the way it is right now.
Well, the course is in fantastic condition. You know, I think we could host any major tournament tomorrow. The team has it really in that good a shape, and we're proud to show that off. The LPGA wanted to host 2 events in the same location so that they could bring the players in from a safety perspective, and they knew they'd draw a great field by doing that. Travel's limited, and you know, the less that they're traveling in the current environment, probably the better, and we were happy to accommodate that.
It can only help us because you know, after us, the 2 weeks after us right now are the Women's British Open and the Women's Scottish Open. So literally the players will go from the Marathon Classic Sunday up probably to Detroit and fly to Scotland. If it would just have been the Marathon Classic, I think we would have had a great field of players that live in the United States. By the LPGA adding this drive-on tournament at Inverness, the field of players is incredible. It's probably the best field we've ever had. I think it's great for the local economy, especially coming out of COVID, you know, when these poor hotels and restaurants have been hit so hard, rental car places. I think it's great, you know, because, hey, now they're going to be here for 2 weeks. And that's a lot of people, you know, it's 150 players, 150 caddies, LPGA staff, the Golf Channel crew that'll come in. So it's a good piece of business for the community, you know, and God knows we need that.
In Northwest Ohio, Claire Dow, BCSN.